ваша музыка достаточно энергичная, требующая полной отдачи, как в физическом смысле и в артистизме. Насколько я, как зритель, мог видеть вашу группу, ваше выступление, я был на концерте в Москве в 2019 году, и вы смотритесь на сцене здорово, и при этом явно не выполняете роль статиста. Однако, как вам удается сохранять состояние баланса при этом?
Eero, we wish to know about your stage performance when you do, and you're full of energy. You know how to use your artistically and physical both powers, and how you see yourself, and how you manage your all these qualities at that time. Definitely, you came after Sahaja, and it worked and helped you a lot. Would you like to, put a little light on it? Like, you look definitely charismatic and very, good on the stage, and you never show off yourself that what you are and all. However, how do you manage those conditions while you are performing on the stage?
Well, performing, it has been part of my life since I was like quite young, like 14, 15, and it's just I think music is like enjoyment for me. Like it comes from inside. It comes from the spirit, and the spirit is a thing that likes the rhythm. It likes the melody. It likes the movement. It likes the the unity that comes from music. So in a way, like when you're performing music, when you're singing together with many people, like your spirit is also expressing the joy of that moment. And if you are engulfed in that moment, then you are very free to express it through your music, through your movement, through your energy. I think it's a package of everything happening at the same time if you are connected with the music that you perform.
Very nice.
В русской традиции есть такое понятие – пройти огонь, воду и медные трубы. Ну, последняя часть этого выражения означает испытание славы. И быть на таком высоком уровне известным, популярным, достаточно сложно, на мой личный взгляд. Какова ваша внутренняя реакция на внимание фанов, средств массовой информации, даже на то, что вас вполне заслуженно зовут звездой?
Well, in Russian, as he said about the item, it says like go through fire, water, and trumpets. The meaning, like the trumpet meaning, like to test your glorify the hardest challenge, the time you have faced. I think it's not to be so easy to be a very popular artist and managing your own, reaction and attention. How did you manage those moments and times with your fans and the media? That's we wish to know.
Well, also the media. The first contact with the media came to my life and to the life of the bandmates like very early. Like we were just 16 years old, 15 years old. And it's hard thing to understand the media, because through media, let's say a newspaper article or TV, you're connected suddenly to thousands of people, and then suddenly you might have people who have like expectation of you because they have listened to your music, or they read an article about you. But the truth is that you cannot know all these thousands of people. Like you only know like very surface of them. So it's a bit like things can be quite superficial in the world of media and exposure to like public, because it's impossible to have very deep friends, like thousands and thousands of them. So it end up in this kind of situation where people, they want to take a photo with you, they want to have your signature, but then the
There is no real connection. It is just
Yeah.
virtual.
yeah, the connection is maybe something more superficial. But recently, I must also say that some of the people who follow my social media, they got their realization from the meditation videos that I put in Instagram or I put in Facebook, and that's also like, maybe that's some kind of deeper connection when you start to understand the value of the meditation then altogether.
That's perfect.
But what about your own so-called glory? Because trumpets means challenge of glory, maybe challenge of ego. How do you feel about this? How can you be so humble?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I need to do footwork every day. I need to put up the left side, put down the right, yeah, I think it's the ego. Everybody has the challenge of the ego. Everybody, even if you're not in the you're not in the public, you're not in the stage, you still have the ego and you still have the challenge of the ego. So we all need to face the challenge of how much ego we let be there.
Thank you. Как сказал великий пророк Мухаммад, музыка создана для прославления Бога. Может быть, вы сами тоже какие-то тексты пишете для Расмуса? Чувствуете ли вы, что ваше пребывание в вашем коллективе музыкальном тонким образом работает?
You definitely try to connect with this question. This question has meaning a lot. As a great Prophet Muhammad said, music is created to glorify the God Almighty. Do you write divine lyrics or divine music for Rasmus? And do you feel that you bring in that collective work into, like, through your writing, through your singing, through your playing, and whatever you have given to this band, to the Rasmus, it's turning to subtle, in a subtle way. That's what.
So most recently, I've been writing music together with the Dharamshala school children, and it was definitely like very music for divine, music for praising the connection, praising the good qualities that we have. So most recently, our singer has been doing the songwriting for the Rasmus, and I also appreciate his songwriting, but it's not like, on the surface, it's not like written for the divine, but still, like, I think you can still bring the joy and bring some hope for people with even that music. Because sometimes I get people coming to me and say like, oh, I was going through depression, and the only reason I'm still alive is because I listened to that song of yours, or I went back to the album and I remembered my childhood, and I had all the good memories come back to me because of the music. So this is divine purpose, I think, also, even though the lyrics are not about divine.
It's spiritually connected somehow. Definitely, that is a
there is
work of the divinity, very collective. Very nice.
Ethos. Несомненно, вы искатель истины. Что вы открыли для себя лично в Сахаджи? Как она трансформировала вашу личность? You are concretely, you are seekers without asking. Yes. Yes, I'm ready.
You are a seeker of truth. What have you discovered personally when you are turned towards to Sahaj Yoga? How has it transformed totally in you?
Okay, so I think we all people are seeking for the truth at some point in their life, and you know, like the Sahaja meditation became a part of my seeking, or became a part of how I understand the communication and the relationship between people, and the vibrations, and you know, like where, like sometimes some ideas or some moments, they contain more vibrations, and that is actually good to follow that moment, or that understanding that contains the vibrations. Like this has become something that I really seek in every day, and I think for people who have not had the experience of meditation, so you can understand it in this way, that there is some kind of like an idea of a very beautiful moment in your life that brings you total peace, brings you total feeling of satisfaction, total feeling of being connected to the moment. And those kind of moments are the treasures. That's a golden thing that you want in life, because that will give your life meaning, that will give your life satisfaction, and it will fill your heart. And I think ultimately we all want to experience a life where we have a heart full of love and heart full of joy.
Very beautiful.
It seems as you can feel vibrations continuously every time during your concert.
You feel the vibration sometimes, like when you're getting ready for the concert, and sometimes everything will just flow and everything will go really well, and sometimes you feel like there is an obstacle, or it doesn't flow as easily. You can still enjoy the concert and it can still be felt like, wow, that was good, but maybe you're not in such a unity with your feelings. But yeah, like sometimes if you have a really good concert, like the energy will just flow without any obstacles.
A spontaneous question. Maybe you had some funny situation, then you, for example, forgot notes or broken the rhythm, like this maybe.
You have moments often where you kind of forgot like how the song should go, or how are we going to go to the next song or something. But it's, if you are in the state of kind of surrendering your thoughts, and if the whole band is kind of in a state where they can accept mistakes, and where they, like, mistakes are okay because it just feels very good, so then it's actually even more fun for the audience and for the band.
Alright, that's totally thoughtless awareness.
Ваша семья тоже медитирует? Если да, то в этом случае вы, наверное, обсуждаете со своей супругой нюансы вашего творчества.
Let's move on to the next question, and this is definitely related to your personal life. Does your family also is a part of the meditation which you do, Sahaja Yoga? And if yes, then are your wife is also into Sahaja Yoga? And how you are seeing yourself with her?
So my wife is she's also practicing Sahaja Yoga for a very long time. She started when she was about 15 years old, and yeah, we meditate together. We have 2 children. We meditate with the children. We meditate as a family. We try to meditate together every day, and yeah, we enjoy this kind of lifestyle. And then we also have a lot of friends who meditate with us. We also have sometimes programs in our house, so we inviting other Sahajogis to come and join. So it's part of the daily life for us, and I think that it also creates kind of harmony in the family when you meditate together, when you attend the meditation together, and when you attend the thoughtless state together.
How about your parents?
My parents are, they have received their realization. So my father was coming to the programs for maybe half a year or something. So definitely they know what Sahaja is, but they don't practice every day.
Alright.
As I heard, he's a rock musician too.
Sorry?
As I heard, he is a rock musician too.
Who?
Your father.
My father? No. My father is a chemist. He has done a long career in chemistry, and he has like a special knowledge about problem waste and handling problem waste. Like he's more in communications and chemistry.
Может быть, дети ваши пытаются пойти по стопам отца? Как они вообще воспринимают, как они находят музыку Расмус? Может быть, дают вам какие-то имиджевые советы, смысловые советы? Ну, это не удивительно, потому что за время творчества вашей группы прошло много лет и сменилось целое поколение слушателей.
It's kind of a good question, and if you see today's generation, then the children are actually not following the footsteps of their, elders, their fathers. And how do you find the Rasmus music is putting the image of today's generation? Well, what do you think? Like it's a meaningful advice, or kind of what do you think that your music has added something into today's generation, or today's generation is also seeing your music as a somewhere very meaningful? That's a two-way question. Please.
Okay, so what is actually today's generation? Do you mean the people who are young, or teenagers?
Teenagers.
Okay, so
Children.
Yeah. So first of all, the fans of the Rasmus, typically they are not teenagers. They are typically between 25 to 35 or 40. So they are not the very young today. So a regular fan of the Rasmus might be 30 or 35. So they're already adults. So they're not teenagers.
Very nice.
So do you want me to say anything about them, or?
The questions, what we are asking it is about like whatever you are creating through Rasmus, how's it impact on today's people? That's we wish to know.
Sure. Okay, so the Rasmus is like some of the core essence of the songs of the Rasmus is like quite often the lyrics and the songs can have this content of, like you should believe in who you are and you should follow your dreams, for example. Like this is quite often summer in songs. And then also like we have a song called No Fear, for example. Like believe in yourself and don't let your fears stop you from being what you want to be. Yeah, I think it's some kind of positive encouragement for young people who are maybe looking for an alternative sounding music. Yeah, maybe that's one way to describe it.
I think that your daughters cannot be without any reactions on your music. Maybe they given some advices, counsels when you Papa, maybe you looks not so good in these clothes like this. Maybe your sound, your voice not so good. Maybe you can change something in your creativity. This type.
Well, my daughters, they are still teenagers, and they grew up with a little bit different taste of music. They grew up with different different era of what music is played on the radio and in the social media. They are not so interested in the Rasmus, to be honest. They think that the Rasmus, and maybe generally speaking, like rock music is not like the interesting thing for them. Like they grew up listening to other stuff. Like I think all the three of us, we are older and we have a different.
Yeah, rock music is
Setup.
more like people who are enjoying above 20, 25. They more enjoy with their busy time and schedule. They listen and they make themselves after work they enjoy that. Yeah, children have their own different. Definitely, you're right.
После многих концертов в разных городах, насколько я могу видеть по соцсетям, различных каналах YouTube, вы участвуете в неформальных встречах с сахаджиогами разных городов и стран. Какие вопросы там задают чаще всего вам именно те люди, которые приходят впервые на эти программы, новички сахаджиовские? Есть ли такие среди них, кто пришел в Сахаджиогу именно после встречи с вами?
As we know, Rasmus has visited many countries, many cities, so you must have encountered with the Sahaj yogis also, and you have met with the beginners also, like you given a program, and after that you had time to give self-realization also. So, what question do you encounter most of the time from these new people after your program? And are those who came to Sahaj Yoga, they are still into they are, as you told us, we know that in your Instagram or your social pages that people are getting self-realization. That sounds really very good. But we wish to know that how's your experience with people when they are meeting with you after the concerts of Sahaj Yoga, or you presented yourself through the music.
So quite often if you're doing a meditation for newcomers, the people can ask things like, oh, how did you find this meditation, and have you been practicing for a long time? So I tell about what the beginning was for me, but mostly more often the reaction to the meditation is like, oh, I feel peaceful. I don't want to ask anything. So
Very nice.
yeah, that's quite often people come to me like that. Like they just say like, hey, I feel like I forgot my worries for a little moment.
And actually, this is your purpose, what you are serving, that they become thoughtless.
Yes.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. So quite often people they don't feel like they need to ask any questions. They just want to be quiet.
Perfect.
Следующий вопрос. Он достаточно банальный, но тем не менее он не становится менее интересным, когда его задаешь каждый раз кому-то из интервьюируемых людей. Каковы ваши личные и творческие планы? Хотя спрашивать у сахаджиогов о планах весьма забавно. Но тем не менее, может быть, есть у вас какие-то неосуществленные мечты, может быть, планы, какие-то творческие проекты?
What are your personal plans for future, your creative plans for future? Although asking a Sahaj yogi about planning is always a lot of fun, but still we wish to know maybe some dreams which you have unfulfilled, and maybe some interesting Sahaj yoga projects. So we wish to know.
Yeah. So this year I will travel to Dham, and we are working on a documentary project for the school of ISPS. So it's a Sahaj yoga school. The children who are studying there, they are in that film. They're explaining what the school is and how they're enjoying the meditation in part of their everyday life, and they are it's the whole documentary is revolving around this, and that's something that I will do for the rest of the year, I think, and then in December we will return back to Australia.
These are your plans for this year. What are your plans in future?
Well, we continue with the band. We continue playing music. We have recorded new material, and we're going to release it next year. So the music is going on, and I'm enjoying it, and I hope everything will go well.
This is good news that we are waiting for the new Rasmus music. It's about to come. It's an interesting news. Thank you. Thank you.
Next year will be jubilee.
Yes, it will be also like a celebration for because we have next year will be 30 years of the Rasmus, so it will be an interesting moment also for us to think about the past and maybe put some songs in the set that are very old.
Very nice.
Что бы вы сами спросили у Eero Heynonen, если бы были на месте интервьюера?
Let's move to our next question, and that's like, suppose you are an interviewer and you have to ask the question to Eero Heynonen, then what kind of questions you're going to ask him, and how you're going to answer?
I don't know. Probably I would ask about Sahaja Yoga and the meditation because it's something that is important for him. So I think there would be a lot of interesting things coming up from there.
That's it, you think?
Maybe.
We as interviewers, we had a lot of questions. What few more questions if it's coming into your mind to ask Eero Heynonen?
Well,
Like a minimum 15 questions.
kind of like what kind of meditation do you enjoy the most? Or something like that.
Okay, so would you like to answer what kind of meditation you enjoy?
Well, I actually, to be honest, I enjoy quite often to listen to Shrimati speeches.
Mhm.
Like that's sort of part of my daily frequent meditation. I usually try to listen to her speech at least like 10-15 minutes every day and discover some component or some aspect of spirituality that I could focus. And then during the day my thoughts might be going back to the same thing that she has mentioned in the speech, and try to kind of encourage that quality inside myself.
So after this small interview, we realize one thing, the viewer definitely wish to know that being married and having children, you keep yourself young and fresh because of this beautiful meditation. It's called Sahaja Yoga.
Yes, I think that it's a wonderful practice of meditation with the Sahaja Yoga method, and it has given a lot for me, and I think that all of us, we can feel like the benefit from the meditation, which is, I encourage you to try it, and try it more than one time. Try it for a month or 2 months and see how you get the benefit from the meditation for your life. Like whatever your situation is, like when the meditation starts to happen inside you, you will feel the benefit from it in about 1 or 2 months.
Very nice. It's called like, it's a priceless. You don't need to pay anything.
Yeah, it's for free.
It's free, but it is beyond. It's precious, though.
Yeah, it's
As we can see, it was not last questions, but now, just now will be last questions. Usually, you are singing with new beginners at these meetings, but we have more guitar now. Maybe we try to sing short episodes, short songs without any instruments. Just
We would love to listen your humming that in the form of some music. We would love to. Our viewers would love to listen to some small
Let's-
short. Yeah.
We can all together say the mantra for Sri Ganesha, so we can maybe feel the vibration from this. We can say Sri Durga Mata Jagannath. Shri Durga Mata Jagadamba Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmal Devi Namo Namah. So, we finish or?
Do you want to sing a small note of your Dham?
If you want from Rasmus creativeness or from Sahaj creativeness.
Sahaj, something.
As you want. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time that you have given us. And I'm sure our listener wish to listen you more in future. We'll come up with more interviews. Thank you very much for your time and effort. Jai Shri Mataji.
We tried to learn Finnish phrase. Many big thanks to you, but we forgot only Kitos we remember.
Kiitos is good.
It's good.
It's there.
No.
Yeah, it's there. It's here.
Because it's all very. I check. No. Kitos Milus Mulus.
Milus. Kitos Milus.
Mulus.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
How
can you
Kitos
Paljon.
Palion.
Palion, yes.
Kitos Palion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see. You added into that.
Yes.
Kitos Palion, huh?
And,
And what will you
This-
say in return?
Palion. Kitos Palion.
We say
I'll say-
Kitos Palion, and you?
I think I'll say also Kiitos Paljon.
Okay. at the end, we will like to say Kitos Palio.